everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, harvest 2022 has started. And as you can probably tell, this is the start of the video and we have already quite a bit done. So, brief backstory, I guide in Uncle Ian. Yes, he's on the combine cutting away. So we just guide him in, make sure he doesn't get caught in the Brock and silence trailer. We borrowed that off George. So we actually started cutting yesterday. We cut 4.5 acres for a customer yesterday. That's okay. And so that means we got the combine going. We got one or two niggly bits. We had a water pipe bust on it when we got going, so we got that fixed. So we're cutting our own at the minute, 28 acre field, Coal Hills we call it, stretched between the village of Coal Hill and Tashini. Grain is coming in at 14.5% straw. When we started this morning, wasn't fit, but it's fit now. So we have two trailers on the draw. So we have the Blue Marston and the red rock. On the draw, Father Phil and Eric, our bro, they're drawn with that. So I had to bring up the big silage trailer. We had to borrow it just so we had overflow, because the trailers aren't able to make it back and back up before the combine is filled again. You can tell by yourselves it's very dusty. I have no idea what he's on about. So yeah, we're cutting away. Then we go back for the square baler. Reason I didn't start the video when we started this morning was I was filming yesterday. Forgot to put the batteries on last night, so I charged them up. So yeah, I'm starting the video now. Better late than never. First square the field kind of cut, be the smaller end of it, and then the larger end. So two trailers already off it. So what's that, 20 ton ish? Trailers all about that. So yeah, I'm not on air at the minute, I'm on hydraulics. I gotta drop the trailer, so I'll just move with that. I can bale the straw around it. Just on Uncle Ian harvesting, something I don't think any of us actually expected that he would be able to do. Thinking it, he's had quite a bit of a rough time on the chemo, and he actually only went for chemo yesterday and he's on the combine. Like, just pure determination to run the combine. That is what that man is living off. Pure determination to get this harvest done. So it is, to be the one to drive the combine. Now Father Phil run the combine yesterday, but Uncle Ian wasn't having any of that today. He was driving it today. There was no stopping him. So there was no stopping him. But anyways, this dropped off and we're back to the yard to get the big square baler. And then we have a crew coming on later on to start drawing the big square bales to get them gathered up to bring them home, because there is rain coming. It's Ireland, there's always rain coming. Always rain coming. Harvest 2022 has started and we are getting there. I think I'll put this leg right down in case this gets full and it sinks into the ground. Anyways, we bale on home and we get ourselves a big square baler and get baling this straw. There is a lot of it. Could be a pile of straw off this. Anyways, we'll bale on. We're back up here in the field. So unfold the baler, chain will be handy. So Stephen is with us too, and between the pair of us we brought up the low loader, the 6290 and the 6490 and the baler. The big square baler. So we're ready to go. I greased the hurls in the yard. I know you jump from being in the field back to the field, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Take that. Ow, my head. Uncle Ian is absolutely flying it. At the rate he's going, it is quite possible we could get all cut tonight. The rate he's going. But anyways, so George is coming to us, and we brought him off. He's coming up with his 7718S and his bale trailer so that they can load bales and get them back to the yard. So all the bale straw that we're making here, or 90% of it anyways, we are bringing back home to fill our shed, as we need straw. Now we are on one of our furthest out farms. No, you should be grand at that so you can get going and talk. So we are on one of our furthest out farms, Coal Hill. It's about 40-minute round trip into any of the 62s to get here, so it is quite far away. Last year we baled everything at home. or we combine everything at home and we'll be able to, but this year we've winter wheat at home and we'll go whole crop that to put in the pit. So we're not going to have the straw beside the house. And we want to put in the winter barley straw. You always find winter barley straw is probably some of the nicest straw you can get your hands on. There's nothing wrong with any other straw, but just winter barley straw, there's just something to it now. Last year we made 353 big square bales at home. Now we did bring home some more big square bales to supplement what we had, and we might have, let's say for argument's sake, about 380 bales. All we had over of all the bales we made last year for ourselves was 8 bales. We had 8 big square bales left over. So we need roughly that amount of bales again. So hopefully now we'll get it out here. You may have seen, I know I didn't really show you the crop, but I might actually be driving by the middle of the field. We might just dip over and have a look at it. But this is a very high crop of straw. It should yield quite well. It should yield very well for us. Or that's what we're hoping anyways. So once we get enough bales off here, then that's it. The rest of the straw we'll have will be for sale, and we have these 28 acres of winter barley. We have 36 acres of winter wheat, that's for the pit, for whole cropping. We have, rough estimate, maybe 30 acres of oats, and then the rest is spring barley. We have about 100 acres of spring barley. And all the spring barley, we'll have all the straw of that to sell. That's what we're aiming for. Provided now we get enough here. We're going to need at least 400 big square bales for us to say, yeah, we're sorted for the winter. So that's the aim. So when we get around the field a bit, I'll show you what the crop is looking like. So I don't think I actually showed you. And we're going to, while we are baling the first round, we're going to skip the next 2 rounds of the field. They were a little bit down for themselves for whatever reason. The outside run seems to be fine, but the inside ones, which are around the gap anyways, they were quite heavy too. So that's the plan. So we keep at it. So George is after arriving over there with the 7718S and his bale trailer. So now they're ready to start. I only have 2 bales made. Bro is waiting for the combine there. So yeah, pressure's just on me now. I ain't gonna get out to just have a look. But the crop is, as I said, was coming in at 14% earlier on, so it probably dried off another bit now. But yeah, no, it's a very, very nice crop of stuff now. Very nice crop. Just after giving Eric the drone there, so he has about 1 more fill to take and then he's going to be heading off. So I gave him to fire up the drone there now while everyone is here. George and Stephen are loading the bales there behind me. I'm just trying to clear a section so that they have space and bales beside each other, not to be just going round and round myself and then taking forever to get a square clear that they can be working on getting bales loaded. So that's what we are at. There's a fierce clean crop of stuff here, like super clean. You can tell how clean it is. You look at the stubbles. Now hopefully whenever I have to go at some stage I'll show you properly, but you can see the stubbles. It's just the crop. There's nothing else in it, no weeds, no nut. Normally we'd have awful issues on this block of ground with chickweed. We have an issue with a resistant form of chickweed, but this year he seems to have nailed it. I think he went with pre-emergent spray and that nailed it from the very beginning. It didn't get a chance, which is how you want it. We're at 31 flakes per bale, so I'll try and get that down if I can at all. They're aiming for 20, whatever it is, that's what I was told. We'll be aiming for 20 flakes to the bale.
Dutch kids hot balloons in the parking lot. The golden arches illuminate the business park. I eat myself to death, feed the corporate machine. I watch some movies, recite every line and scene. God bless America and all of its allies. I'm not the first to live with wool over my eyes. I am so blissfully unaware of everything. Kids in Gaza are bombed and I'm just out of it. The tensions of the world are rising higher. We're probably due another war with all desire. I'm not smart.
Bro and Uncle Ian are unloading on the move. Yeah, we're absolutely flying it here. Flying. Touch wood, stays that way. Look at the dust. I don't know, can the camera actually pick up just how much dust is coming out of the combine they are unloading. One of the best sights now is at harvest time when everyone is in the field. Combine trailers, oh, he's spilling it, bro, pay attention. Combine balers, stacking bales, trailers, everyone's here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us working to get this field harvested at home. So there is. Yeah. I'm just watching bro and I'm just hoping to God he's not spilling it. Too many monitors in the cab to see out the right hand side of the window. 5 trailer load of grain gone home. So yeah, see if we're doing alright. The first trailer load of straw is well underway there now. Well underway. And I have 37 bales made. My own guess would be now that we're going to need another field to get enough straw for ourselves. There ain't going to be enough straw here. And that's actually, I thought it was going to be more inside the gate. It used to be wild high, like hip high, which is very high for Barley. And it doesn't seem to be as high out the fields as I thought now. And it's just the straw isn't yielding as well. Straw is yielding well, but just maybe not as well as I was half expecting. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. We keep baling, keep the straw in, keep the fields between the rows and try not to miss any of them. 20% more, 18% moisture. Beautiful, beautiful. Just finishing up this side of the field, and the 7-foot bales just fit perfectly onto George's bale trailer. I was getting 4, same as what's on our low loader, but there's just not enough space for another one. So Stephen is strapped down, ready to go. So yeah, that's the first lock of straw gone, and I have 88 bales now. I'm not halfway through the field yet, but I'd say about a third of the way now through the field. That's where I am at the minute. So knock is just after going off there. So yeah, flying away. There's Father Phil, with a load filled, load of grain filled on his way back. George is just topping up his load there. Eric's going to get grain there. Starting into the next side of the field. You can't beat a harvest time supper or tea or whatever you want to call it. So, they're just putting some diesel in the combine. Time for me to get back going. Just gone 9 o'clock. So now it's a race to see how much more we can get done before the dew falls. So, up my hydraulics, my engine management, push that. So that lever powers the baler, which powers the rams at the back, which squeeze the bale, put the pressure on. Monitor on. That's good. Yeah, 107. Pick up in the float. PTO on. Kick into life. With the throttle. And away we go. We'll raise dust now, won't be long shifting them along. We'll be keeping an eye on our moisture. It's at 18% there, 16 now. And how the baler handles making the bales. And that's how I'll know when the dew has started to fall and it's time to stop. So we see how much more we can get done before that happens. But I'd say the combine will finish tonight. Because even if it's at, I think it's gone down as 13% now. We can keep cutting until it goes to about 18%, and then we'll have to stop at 18% and start again. I'm like, damn. And we have tomorrow to get it done anyways, so yeah, we might get it all cut, but I won't get it all baled, but we'll see how much we can get done. You never know, maybe the dew might not fall. Happens every now and again. Anyways, we'll bet on. So, absolutely flying it here. And yeah, I've nearly called with Uncle Ian. Literally, I am like 7 swords from catching them, which is, yeah, it's quite amazing. From when I came to the field first, I was way behind, but now the rate I'm baling, just no stopping me. And the dew doesn't seem to be falling yet. Wheels are still clean. My baler's telling me all is still nice and good. She's still putting up lots of pressure there. My smear is reading a little bit higher, but not major wind. The baler's looking good. We keep hammering towns here and we try to see if we can catch up with Ian by dew fall, which can't be too far away. It's just heading for 10 o'clock now, but I actually didn't think I could go this fast. One of the things well, it's this baler more so than the larger balers, but because of the size of the baler, it's not the biggest of the big, it's the smallest of the big square bales. You're always your forward speed is to do with your flake, which is how much straw is put into each individual flake. Every time the plunger goes back, pushes in a flake. It's how much straw you stuff into that. And my flakes are small compared to a 4x4. So on a 4x4, you can go really fast because it takes a lot more stuff to get into the baler before it trips the mechanism to shove up the flake. I might explain that maybe a little better the next time we're big square baling. This time, I think, just leave it as it is. We'll maybe do a video on how the big square baler works, but just in a few batter filled ruts from spraying. But no, jeez, we're fucking. We are absolutely flying it. Flying it. So we have a neighbour here as well getting a lock of straw, hence the blue trailer in the case and the Zachar loading it. And we're just going about to pass Uncle Ian. I know I said at the start we weren't selling straw, but it's one of the neighbours to this farm, so Father's very even said, yeah, we'll get it in another spot. So we'll drive by. So now, that is it for today. There's very little left. I'd say 4 or 5 runs of the combine. And I have 10 sports, including what has to be cut. Nothing really left. Moisture's 27%, still not bad. Someone was telling me too that whatever that says, generally if you stuck a bale spear in it, it'd be 5% less, so it's not bad. And 187 bales made, so I'll finish up just over the 200 mark. So taking it that we've sold a load of straw too, we're still going to need around 250 bales, I would say, from another field to be able to get all we need. But yeah, the combine's parked up. We'll just go and chat, see how everyone thinks today went. Happy out?
I'm very happy. I didn't think I'd have all that cut this evening now.
And baled.
And baled, no.
And 2 load home.
2 load?
Or 2 load of straw home.
Oh, 2 load of straw home,
yeah.
And 6 load of grain home.
So how do you think it's yielding at the minute?
It's not doing 4, but it's doing probably 3.8, I'd say. I don't know, we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be, it's not an over thick crop. It's a good grain ahead, and it's good, but it's just not thick enough to get the good yield.
Serious good grain in it. It's all good grain. Bushel rate would be huge.
Yeah, it's just not thick enough to reach the good yield, that's all.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, I call 3.8 is a good yield. It could do 4 now. Look, we're not finished. We're not finished. I think asking me about dinner half eaten.
Anyways, that's it. So I'm going to drop off the big square baler, put on the grain trailer, or the brachen, and we'll be on home. We are back in the field. It's the next day. So we have our 2 load of straw home and a fair bit of grain in the shed. Probably should pull out the camera, but I forgot. But we'll finish up this video in the shed, show you how much grain we got. Half our 28-ish acres is what's here, and I'm pretty sure that excludes the 3 or 4 acres at the bottom that is in grass because it's too wet to do anything with. I brought back up the low loader with me, so I'm going to drop off the low loader, put on the big square baler, which we left here, and finish up this bit of baling. Also, they're on their way up with the 2 grain trailers to start combining, so I get that done. Then I have 4.5 acres to bale for another man of winter barley straw, the big square baler, so happy days. Another bit of work to be done with my big square baler. But anyways, we get this yoke unplugged, we'll put back on the big square baler. I think I say that word quite a lot in the videos nowadays, big square baler, big square baler. But anyways, once this is done, the combine is finished till probably the end of August before there's the first of the spring crops ready. So yeah, we'll go 2 days, does all the winter harvesting for the combine, and then we have to wait over a month before she comes out of the shed again. So baling away here, combining away. Well, it won't take us too long to wrap this up now. He's about 5 runs and I have 10 runs of straw to do, and that's it. 14% moisture to straw there now, 18, happy days. There seems to be going grand. So, that's the field cut. Combine is over in the far corner, just getting off the header, and it looks like Bro had an accident. Well, when I say an accident, he had a whoopsie. It looks like there's Barley on the ground. What'd you do? I don't know what he done, but it looks like he spilled some barley, so he straight shoveled it up into the trailer now. 2 runs and I am done. So happy days, field done. So combine is going to go home, back to the shed. Give me another 10 minutes and the field is baled. And all that's left to do is gather the bales. So, all gathered. Bro's just leaving with the grain, and Father Phil is going home in the combine. Bro's going to have to come back up for the header. We're a tractor short, and I don't think I've ever remembered seeing the combine pulling the header. We just thought it was kind of 240 bales. We sold 20 to the neighbour here, so that means we've 220 to bring home. There's 80 something at home, so there's another 4 loads roughly to get home. So that is just over half the amount of straw we need to do all the bedding and what we need for the winter. One of the big advantages, not only in stacking them, but in transporting them. Roughly speaking, that bale is about 1.33 bales of a round, your standard 4-foot round bale. And going on that, we can put, just George's trailer, we can put 52 on our trailer, and that's Father Phil loading it to the bollocks. But George's trailer hold 42 of them. So 42 divided by 3 to get a third of it is 1, carry 1 is 3, is 13. So it's the equivalent of 55 round bales on the trailer. So I don't know how many round bales you can put on the trailer. It's not 50, 55 of them anyways. So I'm going to hold myself up. We're going to bait on and do this a bit for a customer, and then we'll finish the video at home with a pile of grain in the shed, and it is quite a nice pile of grain. So, square baler is off, we're back in the yard. Father Phil is just going off with the 99 to start drawing down the bales. And here is our pile of grain. So that is all off that 28 acre field. Now we need to get more plywood in there, but it's a huge pile of stuff. So we always, it was from years ago when we used to be selling the grain, we always reckoned it was about 50 tonne per bay is what the shed holds. So we have 150, and what would you say, maybe half of 50? So about 75 tonnes maybe, yeah, whatever you think. So is it more than half of the bay full or not? It's around 75 tonnes on 28 acres, but I think just 28 acres including the grass at the bottom. I have to double check on that, I'm not just 100% sure on that. And the straw is starting to be built into the shed. So Eric had the shed power washed out from a while back. Feeders are washed in that for next year, so packing her in. And well, I didn't put any bales there, but I imagine Father Phil is there shoving bales down there. I'll probably make them either a foot smaller or 2 foot bigger. We'll fill that gap, but doesn't matter, not too bothered. So we'll have that for bedding our cattle and the calves and the grain. What we're going to do with all this grain? Well, the grain here, now that it's at home at 14% moisture, we're going to be treating that, and when we get our beans cut, hopefully, please, everything goes okay for that, but when we get all our other bits cut, we'll then roll that into our meal shed over there, where you can see there's the combine sticking out, our vintage one. That's where all that will be going rolled to feed our own cattle. Now we will be selling some of our barley, the surplus barley that we have after we know we've enough got. Just on that too, that grain, probably the least amount of fertilizer we've ever put out in a crop. How they yield about 4 ton, maybe just shy of 4 ton. You often hear 4.5 ton, maybe even 5 ton, but how dry it was in that, so it's 6.5 tons other. But probably the least amount of nitrogen we ever used to grow that. And that field that we harvested that off, we're half thinking about putting in a green crop into it for a while before going back into a winter crop, or maybe leave it to go for spring. We don't know. We also want to try and get some dung up there if we can at all, because that farm, it never really gets much other than chemical fertilizer, so we'd like to get something a bit different on it this time. But anyways, look, we're going to leave it at that. I have to go off baling hay now with the round baler, the JD. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Harvest has started and the winter barley for us is finished. We started and finished it all the one day. For about a month, 4 to 5 weeks time, it starts all over again. But the next big project for us is going to be putting in our whole crop. And we got to get our machines out of there, get it tidied, get it in, and get the second cut on top of it. That's the next bit of harvesting we'll be doing. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it from me. Good luck.